Sweetie, it's not fat. They're called tits.
Hello and welcome to the final podcast, the last podcast you'll ever listen to.
And guess what? It's sequel to September, so your final bros, we're here. It's Brian Hopper-Lagrosta and Shane. You give me 60 minutes, I'll give you $2,000. Smith, joined by the Cannibal Gypsy Mike G. Producer Matt on the ones and twos. It is sequel September.
I would love nothing more, nothing, than if what was on the screen right now was the movie we're talking about.
Well, it's not, because I'm gonna go do that right now.
He's gonna do it. He's recovering. We're all recovering. Oh shit! Oh fuck! Oh my god, dude! I thought this episode was gonna be cleaner than last week, because if you listen to last week, that shit was sick.
But guess not.
I guess I'll go get a paper towel.
We're off to a raucous start.
I'll be honest with you, I think we're gonna be okay. As long as I get that paper towel and I can find the remote. Great, we're reviewing Final Destination 5. We have this is the first movie I think where we've actually hit 5 sequels.
Yeah, Friday the 13th, we've only hit 4, right?
And Halloween.
Yeah. Halloween, we're going to get to the 5th in October.
Mess. Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't do it again. Okay, he drank it that time.
Oh, wait, just threw action. I think it just mainly went on the chair.
That was all chair. I can confirm all chair. Guys, we're a mostly sober podcast.
This is a fucking mess.
I mean, I'm completely sober.
This is a fucking disaster.
You know what the worst part is? If you look behind me, the fucking mess that's behind me on the wall.
And the
If you
chair.
think that was a mess, you just see behind me on the wall.
This nice linoleum chair. It's basically ruined.
Is it linoleum? Is that what it is, Michael?
You ever hear that Linkin Park song, Crawl in My Crawl?
That song is good.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of that, where you're just crawling in my crawl. Like, that's like the equivalent of what this episode has been so far.
Except we're less dank or more dank?
No, this is dank. This is actually dank as hell.
Okay.
He's back.
I'm good.
Are we all good here?
We are. And you know how we know we're good? And I'm going to test it right away. We're going to jump into the spooky bit. I'm going to see how good we are.
Oh my god, Lord. Okay. Final Destination 5 was released in 2011. A bridge collapses and Tony Todd's a coroner. Okay. The film's directed by Stephen Karl, stars Nicholas D'Agostino, Emma Bell, Arlen Escarpenta, Miles Fisher, who looks like a fucking
fish?
Tom Cruise lookalike, Ellen Rowe, Jacqueline MacInnes Wood, PJ Byrne, and David Koechner.
Is this wood? What is this? Matt, fact check this. Why did I find it in the couch?
I technically found it. Mike is just taking my
Matt, I
thunder.
discovered this in the couch. I need you to look up what it is.
It's wood, you fucking... I'm not even going to say what I was going to say.
Yeah, so this is interesting. So we've reviewed 4 Final Destination movies up to this point. What is your ranking of like best to worst? It's probably the same as mine, honestly.
Okay, so like on a scale of 1 to Ali Larder.
Yeah.
Okay, after watching all of them, I'm going 1, 3, 5, 2, 4.
I'm gonna go 1 Ali Larder, 3, 2, 4.
Wait, where's 5?
Well, okay, so you want me to include 5?
Oh, yeah,
now?
I was including 5.
So 1 Ali Larder, 2, 5. No, sorry.
Whoa.
1 Ali Larder, 3, 5, 4.
What's the one with the...
Oh, wait.
2. You forgot 2.
1 Ali Larder, 3, 2, 5, 4.
Okay.
What's the one where they're at the amusement park?
That's 3.
I'm going to go 3 Ali Larders. 1, 2, 4.
Where's 5?
Are we including 5?
Yeah. This is so confusing. Shane has made it so unfair for us.
It's just straight unfair to the point where like
It's like 1, Ali Larder, 3, 2, 5, 4.
I feel like the only sober guy at a bar right now.
why would you
This
ever
is very tough to
why
get
would
through.
you ever be in that position in the first place?
That's a good
Gotta
point.
get us an hour home.
No, I was asking like being sober at a bar.
There's always a
That
designated
sounds
driver.
like serial killer behavior.
Could you pause the movie real quick?
I can do
There's a
that.
designated driver.
Where's the remote?
You do.
Oh, it's already over. I wanted to do it for science purposes.
No, I'll go back. I know what you're talking about.
You
You want
know
to
what I'm
see
talking
the?
about.
This is the quote of the movie too. She's like, "No, that's not my fat. That's my fucking tits."
Dude, no joke. The dude that drops her off in the van right there looks like the lead singer from All American
Green Day.
Rejects.
Oh.
I think his name is Tyson.
Fury. Kid.
This scene is
Tom
so.
Go.
This scene is so stupid.
She looks like somebody. Do you know what I'm saying by that?
She looks like someone that's about to get her
she
eyes
looks-
fucked.
She kind of looks like Jacqueline McGinnis.
She's gonna get her. She's gonna get her eyes lasered out. Who?
Megan Fox.
That could be it, except like probably not as hot.
No, I would agree.
Yo, dude, like Megan Fox and like Jennifer's body.
Bro.
Is like what? It's like hot.
That's like 5 or 6 Ali Larders.
Just so you know, that girl has been in 2,375 episodes of The Bold and the Beautiful.
That girl.
Yeah.
Boobies McGee.
That's rude, but yes.
Question. When you-
2,000?
so here, I think that we're gonna have a split in this group, and I'm gonna say it.
Okay, I'm listening.
When you watch Jennifer's Body, which we've reviewed on this podcast, who do you prefer? Megan Fox or Amanda Seyfried?
Amanda Seyfried.
Okay, but like Megan Fox when she's weak and has no food in her. By food, I mean other people. Or Megan Fox when she's full and glowing and has food in her. And by food, I mean other people.
How about Megan Fox when she gets cheated on by fucking Machine Gun?
Through the trees.
Yo. Imagine like getting Megan Fox in real life and then being like, I'm going to cheat on her.
Well, the problem is like she's older than him. Like he's immature. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's the issue, you know? Also, apparently like Machine Gun Kelly's like a super hot dude.
Yeah, he's svelte.
He was just in a WWE SummerSlam pay-per-view.
Yeah.
He was in a couple of wrestling events, wasn't he?
Yeah, he got powerbombed through a table
By
off the stage by Kevin Owens.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and now he was just at SummerSlam. He was in Logan Paul's corner.
He's doing a lot. He's done rock music. He's done rap music.
He's done Megan Fox.
I think he banged Halsey once.
Really?
Yeah.
Of course. They all have.
But back to your original question, I'm going to tiptoe towards Shane's side. Amanda Seyfried.
I'm also in agreement.
Oh, so yeah, we're all on the same side. Unless Matt has something to say.
They're both fantastically.
Yeah, he has something to say. He's
But
picking Megan
I
Fox.
will admit,
Fucking
Amanda
tell.
Seyfried is very, very hot.
But he's picking
Wow.
Megan Fox.
But
Well,
are you
he said
picking
Amanda
her?
Seyfried though.
Are you actually picking Amanda Seyfried, or you
Yeah.
just
Why are you trying
moving
to
to the LaGrosse side?
Why are you trying
No,
to gaslight him
I-
into
I-
picking Amanda Seyfried?
Just
both-
biased.
they're
Yeah, I wanted to buy it.
They're both hot, but I do agree.
It's something
wow.
about her because she plays like this nerdy character.
Yeah, no.
Did you guys ever see that movie where she's like, fucking like with Julianne Moore? They have like this crazy
Yeah,
lesbian,
the lesbian
scene.
scene.
Oh yeah, Lesin out 27.
Is that like the movie with Ben Kingsley?
I think so. Matt,
Oh,
Matt, look it up.
And
what is that?
look-
Blood Rain?
Look up Elegy. I'm going Elegy.
It's definitely not elegy.
Oh, look up In the Valley of Allah.
That's with Charlize Theron. But Elegy is starring what? Give me Elegy.
Ben Kingsley, Penelope Cruz, Patricia Clarkson, Dennis Hopper.
D-Hop.
Yeah, definitely not.
Am I just talking about another movie with Ben Kingsley? Look up the movie with Julianne Moore and Amanda Seyfried.
Just type in Julianne Moore, Amanda Seyfried fucking, and it should come right up. Just like they come up when they were fucking.
What movie is that? Apparently it's not Elegy.
Chloe?
Oh,
Dude,
Chloe.
that's what it was.
Yeah, erotic thriller. So I'm
Would you believe this whole time it was an elegy?
Who else was in that movie? I feel like the guy from Taken is in it.
Yes, he is Liam Neeson.
Fucking Liam's in it, dude.
Why is he in it?
And Max Thoreau.
Oh, okay. He's in that movie with Jennifer Lawrence.
Brian, Shane's doing something right now on his phone. I think he should share with the class what it is.
Shane, share the class.
I was watching the trailer to the live action Snow White movie.
That's a thing.
Yeah, it's coming out March 21st, 2025.
Can someone shut these fucking dogs up?
I think they did it themselves.
Good.
So, with that said, everyone dies at the end of this movie.
Thanks. And that's it. And that's Final Destination 5.
Yeah, all right. So, actually, into this movie now. They all work for this company that does both selling and manufacturing.
But they're in the sales department.
Yes.
Sales and administration, I think.
How was that trailer, by the way?
Looks fucking atrocious.
Who plays
like
Snow
all
White?
Disney movies. I don't even know.
Is this me or does this opening take fucking forever?
It does take a while.
Is it as long as the title cards in the last movie we talked about?
Feast?
Feast.
Yeah. Well, those Feast title cards are pretty much infinite.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so Final Destination, right? They're all going on this company retreat, the sales team. They are going on a bus. They're going to go on a bridge. There's going to be trouble in the paradise of the bridge. There's construction going on, which, to be fair, there's giant holes on the bridge. I feel like that bridge would actually just be shut down at that point in time. It seems very dangerous to have multiple cars driving over it all at once.
And how would people get places?
Fucking find a new bridge. I don't know. I'm just saying it looks dangerous. And it is dangerous because this movie turns into the fucking Mothman prophecies where the bridge is going to start collapsing. Panic ensues, but obviously it's going to be a vision. But we'll get into that, what's going on the bridge. The main guy, who obviously has the premonition, he's going to see the bridge collapse. He's going to try to get them out. They're going to start running. Obviously, they're going to start getting picked off one by one. Peter's girlfriend, she's going to fall off the bridge. She's going to get impaled by a sailboat. Then PJ Byrne, right? PJ Byrne? That's the guy? His character.
He's the second one.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's stuck in the bus. The bus is going to fall off the bridge. He's going to get fucking slammed into the water. He's going to die.
That's on impact.
Olivia, she's going to be trying to get across the bridge to safety where the main character's girlfriend already made. She's going to fall off the bridge, survive. Car's going to fall right on top
Smashes
of her.
her.
Kill
Yep.
her.
Washes in the water.
Yep. The other friend, he's going to be running with David Koechner, get fucking whipped by one of the things that what were the support beams?
Yeah, like it's those like suspension wires.
Yes,
like
that's actually exactly what it is.
And like for me, like I don't think these bridges are specifically just held up by those. I think there's a lot more holding them up than just a suspension wire. So they have these like ravenous wires that are attacking
that
people.
literally kill the one guy.
I'm like, yeah, I don't know about that, Chief.
Yeah. David Koechner, though, his death is fucking awesome, where he's falling off the bridge and holding on, and then the boiling tar falls on him.
Yeah.
Is that a better death than he had in Vicious Fun?
No, I actually think that death is one of the most painful things I've ever seen.
Tar.
Yeah, you're literally melting alive. That sounds horrific.
You ever just get fucking tarred?
People used to get tarred and feathered. That
Yeah.
was a terrible way to go. Just covered in feathers. You're probably so itchy while you're burning to death.
It's very Revolutionary War time.
It
Shane.
is. It is. So all that's going down. The girlfriend's like, guys, come. So Peter and the boyfriend are the only two people left. They're going to try to get over. They're going to have to jump. They're holding on for dear life, but the bridge is collapsing. Some metal rods are going to come, impale Peter, kill him. The boyfriend's like, oh, God, this is going to be bad. A giant slate comes through, cuts him in half. He's dead. He wakes up on the bus, and the typical Final Destination shit ensues.
Question for you.
Yes.
Question.
Has in any previous Final Destination, the person receiving the premonition also die in the premonition?
All of them.
Really?
Yes, because Alex dies in the first one because you actually see the fire engulf Alex on the plane in the first one.
In his premonition, he sees
Yes.
himself die?
In his, yes, because the very end of his premonition is him on fire on the plane. In the second one, the girl is upside down in the car, but it cuts right as the truck's about to hit her. So I don't know how you would count that.
Yeah, okay.
Same with the third one.
Yeah,
She's
it pulls
falling off the thing.
It pulls
and
out,
It pulls
yeah.
out. So technically, besides Alex in the first one, where he actually gets burned alive, it always pulls out right before the impact.
Because this one, like, he clearly is severed.
Yes. So I will say, if you want to, off of that, the first and this one are the only ones that show the actual person die.
Okay. I mean, this movie does add new concepts to the idea of Final Destination, but does kind of go over the principal concept, which is like the group is figuring out that they cheated death, and essentially because they cheated death, they're going to be killed off in the order they would be killed off in the premonition.
Yes, which is literally... It's interesting as it is to see the deaths, man, is it fucking redundant at this point.
It's a great concept initially.
Yes.
And then you're just like, I've seen this way too many times. So they add the concept in this movie that, like, oh no, you can also have control and kill someone else and take their life.
Which is weird because you find out this is a prequel and that's not a thing in any of the other movies.
That's the thing. In the first movie, you can't do that.
Yeah.
And for this to be a prequel, it doesn't feel genuine.
Exactly. And that's my big issue with this
Kind of felt the same way.
Think about it though, like the original concept when the first one came out, pretty groundbreaking, I'd say.
Oh no, the first
Agreed.
one, I mean, and I stand by this, and I think Brian even said it when we reviewed it, is an amazing movie. The first one.
Agreed. It's a really interesting concept.
Like, think about that concept.
Yo, it's great. And to be fair, the plane scene still to this day is one of the scariest like horror openers I've ever seen.
Agreed.
And I think what helps that movie is, there's still that like death around, but it feels a little more realistic. Like it's a girl getting hit by a bus. It's someone getting decapitated. Like these kills,
they've gotten crazy.
Crazy, yes.
I'd call them goofy in this movie.
Well, the fucking gymnastics one we're gonna get into,
Bro. Oh my God. So big talking point. This was supposed to be a 3D movie, right? Or was a 3D movie?
It's a 3D movie.
So when you watch it and it's not 3D, there's just so much fucking goofy shit happening.
Yes. I am so thankful the 3D craze died when it did.
Yeah.
Because it was...
It was a bad...
Saw 3D.
That shit was
Final
awful.
Destination 3D.
So bad.
My Bloody Valentine 3D.
Was Jaws 3D good or no?
No, that's the worst one.
Okay.
It's not the worst one. Jaws 4 is the worst one, but Jaws 3D is still atrocious. Even like, I think the only movie that we reviewed 3D, that Jason 3 is a good movie.
Texas Chainsaw 3D?
Oh, fuck. That sucked, but was also really fun.
It's fun. Trey Songz.
It's a trash movie, but yeah, Trey Songz, Alexander Daddario in the most gratuitously unrealistic side boob outfit I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah.
Like, she's wearing a flannel, right? Where her tits are like out, but the flannel never sways. It's so clearly just duct taped to her tits so it doesn't show more because she's fucking running and it just is stationary.
What's her famous line in that movie?
Do your thing, cuz.
She says that?
Yes.
Who's she talking to?
Leatherface. She's cousins with
Yes.
with Leatherface.
Oh, right.
We saw that in movie theaters together.
Man, I wish I could get that like $11 back.
No, that movie's amazing. It
You're
sucks,
sick.
but it's amazing.
It's so
It
bad.
is literally...
Dude, I fucking forgot Trey Songz is in that
Dude,
movie.
the movie is so fucking bad. But the sickest part is realistically, it's like the third best Texas Chainsaw movie.
I
These
got
are
a
terrible.
question for you guys off the topic of Texas Chainsaw.
Yes.
Shoot.
Do you feel that the David Koshner casting for this movie was a bad choice?
Bad is not the right word, I'd say.
Weird. Because the thing is, I love him. And every time he speaks, I find him hilarious. But he makes no sense as the CEO,
That's-
like the
yeah.
owner of this company or whatever he's supposed to
I
be.
only like two scenes. I like when he calls the like when he calls the police officer.
Oh my God. He
All right,
was
he's
really mad. Is that something we should like look into? Should I have a code name?
What a weird
He's
like little
yelling at
side
me.
plot.
It's so
Like
funny.
he's like some like rat or something.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I just feel like because they're trying to set a serious tone, but yet
He's
putting
comedic in every
putting-
scene he's in.
And
Yes.
literally he has like 200 something movies, and he's pretty, with the exception of like one or two maybe serious roles. I mean, for God's sake, he was in Piranha Double D's.
Yeah, he's basically the same guy in every movie. My problem is they already had a comedic guy in this movie, the one that dies with like acupuncture.
It's PJ Byrne, yeah.
And you know what's crazy? I actually thoroughly enjoy PJ Byrne outside of this movie.
Oh, I hated
But
it. I
in
fucking
this movie,
hated him.
he's insufferable.
Yeah.
But I won't say anything about him because I've seen his other work and he's really funny.
It's just like, you know, his shtick.
Yes.
And it's just like so like overbearing.
And because the
wasn't
thing
into
is,
it.
like, you saw Countdown, right?
Yeah.
He's hilarious in Countdown as the priest,
Yeah.
but he sucks in this movie.
Countdown is a fucking bad movie, but like it's owned by like really strong like supporting roles.
I
with
love
him
Tom
and
Segura
Tom Segura.
as the cell phone shop owner.
So funny.
I think that's another really good example of a movie that is actually a train wreck, but I will watch it anytime someone puts it in front of me.
For
'cause
sure.
It's so funny.
Because it's got like a ton of plot holes. But however,
It's
supporting
so
cast
funny.
is fucking great.
The fucking Predator doctor.
Incredible. It's so insanely like ridiculous.
Yes. You need to see that movie, Mike. Countdown.
It's on
Countdown.
Netflix.
Yeah, it's on Netflix. It's fucking bad, but you'll probably give it a 10 because you're a sicko. It's in that class of like Terror and like Truth or Dare.
it is.
Oh, classic.
Yeah.
I think it's better than those though. If
It
I'm
is.
being honest,
It- overall, it is a better movie.
Slightly better. Not saying much, but
Wow. So better than Truth or Dare.
well, it's not hard.
Yeah, it's
so
not
like
hard 'cause it's one
we're
of the worst
talking
movies.
like a hard 10 here.
Yeah. Okay, sicko. All right. So we'll watch the scene just because it is actually really cool, but we'll talk past it. So obviously he wakes up from his premonition. He gets everyone off the bridge. The bridge collapses. We go through the same tired. Let's go to the police station. Let's tell the police that I have a vision. The police don't believe me. Yada, yada, yada. Like I said,
We've seen it.
it's interesting if it was the first time. Fuck, it might be interesting if it was the second time.
And then we know the agent is like, I only believe in things that I can physically see.
Yes,
like, it's very obvious. We've seen it once. We've seen it twice.
Yes, they just needed to do something different. Maybe just not have the police after them for a change, or I don't know.
You're
They even
saying
did-
it's copy and paste.
Yeah, even
Yes.
the funeral scene. It's like
Classic funeral
Classic
scene.
funeral scene.
So funeral scene actually might be the one thing that is done in every movie other than the second,
yeah, they have it in every other one.
because the fourth one they have it where the racist guy's like, "You got my wife killed," and then the third one they have one at the school for all the students.
Yep.
And the first one they have one at the school for all the students.
Yeah.
The second one I think is the only one they don't have something since it was a car accident. But like, bro, I get it. Yeah, show me the pictures of 9/11. Let's move on. That happens in the third one.
Really?
They say 9/11 was a Final Destination moment. I'm not even kidding when I say that. It's amazing. They also show like a bullet in Lincoln's head, and they're like 9/11, bullet in Lincoln's head, fuck in the coroner. It's all connected.
It's literally nuts. I mean, they can do that with so many things.
Yeah. Watch Final Destination 3 if you haven't, just for that scene.
Yeah.
It's amazing. You're gonna watch like 40 movies
I
by the
didn't
end of this
pick
night.
up on that.
Yeah, it's all ridiculous. So, I mean, this is one of those movies. I also feel like I'm gonna sound more negative about this movie than my final rating's gonna be.
Okay.
But it's more so I'm just like tired of the same thing, despite it being an enjoyable movie. You know what
Yeah.
you get it.
Oh, how do you think about the acting? Because I thought the acting was pretty bad.
I think the only person I actually liked the acting of was the kind of villain Peter. I thought he was decent compared. I think the main and protagonists of the guy and the girl are fucking terrible.
They're terrible. She's emotionless, and he's just like so like trying way too hard.
She's the worst part of the whole movie.
Yeah, but I would say that Peter, I do agree. However, like I would argue that him like drawing the gun on Molly at the end just comes out of fucking.
Oh yeah,
nowhere.
yeah. I agree with that.
Yeah, so just like there's this like breakup plot.
This is another thing. It's so stupid,
It's
and it
fucking-
goes nowhere,
goes nowhere.
other than to get them on a plane at the end of the movie. It is the biggest plot device. Get them to fucking Paris
I know.
I've ever seen.
Yeah, and he's like a chef or whatever.
He's chef special.
I like this guy though.
Was it not?
Tony
So,
Todd.
was it not supposed to be like? I guess they were like not marketing it as a prequel, but it
They
just
were.
happened to be.
It's a secret prequel. So one thing I know, They didn't advertise it as a prequel. They advertised it strictly as a sequel. But there was Easter eggs everywhere about this movie being a prequel. Flip phones. If you actually,
I did notice that
when they get the massage certificate, the date is listed. I think it's like 2000 and it expires. Just like the basics of LASIK technology being new, they mention it's like it's safe, like how like everyone knows like you can just go do LASIK now. There, and just the big reveal is the very, very end when he looks at his fucking
May 13th, 2000. Yeah. Oh.
Exactly. So
Why would they? What's the point, though?
To be fair, if you're not paying attention to the little details about like what year this movie takes place, it is actually pretty cool when they get on the plane at the end and you see the beginning of Final Destination 1 take place on the plane.
It's pretty cool. I hate how the fact that they don't bring back the old characters to see them on the plane.
Yes.
They brought all these like cop-out characters.
They literally brought in fucking extras where you don't see their faces and they're supposed to be out. To be fair, this movie came out, what?
11 years after.
They'd be a lot older than high school students at that point.
I have a question because I just read something about the trivia and now I'm confused. So this movie was apparently a prequel.
Right.
But yet the picture, apparently it says the picture that Olivia knocks off her desk was taken at Devil's Flight, the roller coaster from Final Destination 3.
Well, yeah, the roller coaster could have existed. You got to think.
But if she... Okay, I guess...
She could have just went on the roller coaster.
Yeah, you got to think. So... To put it into perspective, if you go to Six Flags right now, you could ride on a ride that was built in 1989. Fun. I only know that because I just went to Six Flags, and one of the roller coasters was built in 1989.
How often do you think they update that, or they just leave it as is?
No, it goes through yearly maintenance. Otherwise, people would die.
I mean, I did think
Yeah,
I did think it was convenient. I feel like it's almost like a cop out to say like, how can we save our own movie? Because like. It's so redundant. Like the redundancy hurts.
Yes. So essentially, this movie survives off of the final twist at the end, because let's get into like the kills. The first one is Peter's girlfriend, and we'll go into this fucking madness.
Yeah, this is wild.
Look, I get it. In these movies, water has been directed mysteriously. Fucking birds control and hammers control fucking conveyor belts and shit. But
now it's
the fucking screw falling onto the balance beam.
Screw on the balance beam where the gymnastics chick is fucking doing her thing.
The fact it doesn't tip over the entire time they're jumping on that is the most realistic thing I've ever seen in a movie.
I mean, so she does it. She nails her shit. But that's not what gets her. What gets her is like later on when someone fucking hits it and then like spills...
The powder.
Resin?
It's the resin. The rosin, whatever it's called.
Yeah, like what LeBron does.
Yeah. The chalk.
Into the fan, and then it goes to her, and she does her trick midway, and because of that, it disrupts her, and she fucking like falls in a weird position, so like she's eating her own ass and dies.
Okay, I will say this. The way she landed, maybe she breaks a neck. Her spine is not going to shoot out of her body.
Yeah, no, that was a ridiculous death. Like that was not what would happen.
Also, her knee also shoots out of her body. Like
her bones are popping out of everything.
Yes, like maybe you break your neck and die. Maybe you break your back and you're paralyzed. Your bones are not just going to explode out of your body from that kind of fall. Yeah. Like realistically, what did she fall? 6 feet?
Yeah.
But like, what about speed? She was going quick off that bar.
Bro, like how fast can
I'm kidding. The scene is fucking ridiculous.
You can't even land in the position that she landed in.
It makes no sense. It just and I love how they reference it when the detectives are looking at it and they're like, I could look at this for hours and I'll still never fully understand what happened here.
Yeah. And like Peter's just like, she's done this trick like 1,000 times. She does this every day. I can't believe it.
Yo, I don't remember the other movies so well. Is there like always these like red herrings in every death scene?
Yes. Well,
where like the fucking nail is teased and that fucking air conditioner.
Yeah, actually, yes, because even from the first death of the first Final Destination movie, they make it seem like he's going to get electrocuted the entire time, and then he gets hung in his bathroom.
Okay, so that's a continuing trend though through.
Yes, like
Look,
we said, repetitive.
I feel like
Okay.
they've gotten to this point of like butterfly effect with like these random ass
Yep.
details. To now like a screw results in like a misplaced screw results in her becoming a human pretzel.
Yeah.
Didn't a fucking fan have something to do with it? The scene.
Yeah, it blew the resin.
Yes.
All right, and
It
the
messed up
fan
her
was on
truck.
because they didn't have working air
Yes, and
conditioning.
it was leaking onto the floor, which caused something to short circuit. It's all a mess.
Right. And he's dating this girl. Did they make a point that like she's way younger than him?
Yeah.
Yes,
he-
they actually do make a point
He's
of
the
that.
boss of the sales team, and he's the
And
intern.
she's like 6. Like, all right, I think she's like, obviously she's in college, but like,
She's
yeah,
graduating college. Yeah, they mentioned that.
That was a bit weird.
it's the 90s.
But yeah, let's really the only thing that matters, I feel like, in all of these movies is death.
Well, no, that's why I'm going to just move from scene
From
to scene.
death to death.
Because basically now they're all going to be drinking in the office because they accept that their company's going to get closed because
Yep.
it's hard to replace 30 employees.
Yep.
So this is when PJ Burns' character steals the gift certificate to the
Right, so
massage.
he's going through like dead employees' desks,
Yes.
just stealing shit.
Yeah,
That's correct.
This is the thing. They make him so unrealistically reprehensible. Like,
Also, what's this thing like? He's always like on the phone with somebody. Is that his girlfriend or something?
he has multiple girlfriends. He's a ladies' man.
Are we supposed to believe that?
Do you not see his glasses?
Okay, he might be on the list I made last week.
He fucks.
Oh, you're going there. Okay.
Yeah, no. Okay, so while they're drinking in the office, he goes to get a massage. He's obviously doing the whole, give me a whap, whap, whap. You know, that would do whap, whap, whap.
WAP,
That whap, whap, whap.
like that.
Have you done that before?
Cardi B song?
Never. So, yeah, that's exactly it. Obviously, there's this smoking hot Asian chick at the front desk.
She was like hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was
But
really hot.
obviously, the whole joke is you're not getting her. You get the old Asian lady.
I don't know why he thought he would be getting her.
Yeah. And she's going to, like, ride him like Seabiscuit.
She's like, "Do you come with subtitles?"
Yeah, that was wild. That was a wild statement. But she knows English the whole time. So then she's going to do acupuncture to him, which I would have respectfully declined.
Of course.
Like a dumb idiot child, I'm gonna need acupuncture like described to me, like what it is and what it does.
So apparently you take these needles and you put them in certain spots of your body that it's supposed to relieve muscle tension.
They put it into like pressure points of your body, and it relieves certain tensions in your body.
So
Something
you
all-
can't get that just through a normal massage.
Apparently it goes deeper than that on the metaphysical level.
Does that
okay.
include getting it right in the middle of your forehead?
I don't know. That I don't know. But I could tell you this. If they were like, you want this done? I would say no. And they're like, you're getting this done? Well, I'd be like, I'm leaving. I don't need needles in my body. But she's going to walk out. Obviously, they go through the whole thing where the table breaks. He falls off. The needles get punctured into his skin. Very graphic when he pulls them out
He
of his
passes
skin.
out. There's a fucking fire.
And then the red herring. You think he's going to burn to death? He crawls. Baby Buddha falls, crushes his head.
Okay, in what world is how much does this baby Buddha statue weigh? Number one,
That thing, if it was going to crush his skull like
not
that, we're
not-
going like 35 pounds?
I would go more because it's not high. Like if you watch the scene again, it's not very high from where he is.
Yeah, it most likely would indent his head and he would die, but it wouldn't
Like
make it
completely
explode like
splatter?
a watermelon. Yeah.
Like every person in this movie has like this fucking water balloon skin.
That's a good way to describe it.
It's just like absurd.
I love how the fire, like here, just like stops and retreats.
Well, yeah, because it's the red herring fire.
Also, Brian's right. The statue is not high off the ground.
Yeah, it would kill him. Like, don't get me wrong. A 20-pound weight falling from that high would probably crush your skull and kill you, but not, I don't mean make your head explode.
It literally takes out his entire head.
Yeah. Because you got to think of how heavy actually 20 pounds is.
Yeah.
And if I were to hold that even like 5 feet over your head and drop it, it'd kill you. But it wouldn't make your head explode. I don't think anyway.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
I think you need to go a couple of 100 pounds to make your head
Completely explode like a watermelon.
And that was also like one of those scenes like where it's only effective with 3D viewing. And when you don't have it, it's just like there's like this awful looking blood splatter
At
on
your
the
screen,
camera, and it just looks goofy.
Yeah. So the two main characters have a horribly acted conversation.
Their relationship is trash. It makes
It's
no
the
sense.
worst relationship
Like,
I've ever seen.
like no, I love you, but you have to go to Paris, and then I'll love you more. Even though I won't be with you.
Yes.
And he's like, I literally won't go to Paris. And she's like, no, but you have to because you need to.
Yes.
And he's like, oh, I'm confused.
The only thing this conversation does is lead to them actually talking to the coroner, Tony Todd. And he's like, only with death can save death. He's essentially like the faceless men from fucking Game of Thrones, where if like you save a life, you have to take a life to give to the many-faced god.
All right, so like this is what I was saying. Like this is the moment where like they don't know what's going on and they need to find out. As in every movie, the protagonist looks through newspaper clippings and figures it out. They don't figure it out that way. They go up to Bloodsworth at the 53-minute mark, and this is where they figure the shit out.
And it's not even them figuring it out. He just explains the movie to them. He's like, look, dudes, you're in a Final Destination film. You're dying in order. Kill someone to take their lives.
Which is new.
Yes. Which, like I said, makes less sense when it's a prequel.
It doesn't make less, and it also takes the horror away because if you're in control of what you kill, you control your destiny, and I feel like that removes the predictability.
Right, because the scariest part of Final Destination is that you can't skip death. Death will always come back for you. Whereas this is like, yo, just shoot someone and you skip death.
Correct.
So the next kill they realize is going to be Olivia, who's getting her LASIK done, which this is also very unrealistic because the doctor puts her eye drops in, opens her eye with a wire, and leaves her under the laser beam and then walks out to get files. I feel like a doctor would get sued
That's malpractice.
instantly for leaving a patient in that situation.
For sure.
There was paperwork.
Bro, that is a lawsuit.
But like, look at that cute little teddy bear.
That thing is getting fucking strangled.
Oh, I fuck anything to do with the eye.
It bothers me a lot.
I can't.
God.
I can't do it. Like this, even right now, I can't do it.
But yeah, so
But it's not so bad, he said. So you're
it's
good.
the same dentist from Final Destination 2.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, so basically, of course, like he walks out, something malfunctions. There's like a water spray. Who fucking knows? The laser's gonna just beam into her eye, like laser beaming her eye.
literally
like it's Star
cuts-
Trek.
It literally cuts her eye.
I feel like we didn't have laser technology that could carve through your eye yet.
Probably
Here we
not.
are. But she doesn't die from laser beam. She dies from twisting her ankle on the eyeball of the bear.
That's what she felt tripped on,
Yes.
the eyeball of the bear.
And then she forcibly throws herself out of a window onto a
Yeah,
car.
unrealistic. I don't think an office would have that.
Yeah.
The ability to fall out of a window like that. I wouldn't be so
That's a
close.
very flimsy window.
Yeah. Again, this scene is goofy.
Yeah.
It's just there's no other way to describe it.
Are we watching Final Destination or the Goofy movie? Oh my God. When are we going to Possum World?
I actually love that movie.
Such a good movie. See, he liked that joke.
He would. He really would.
Who doesn't love the Goofy movie? So now we're going to cut back to
Her getting her fucking eyeball run over.
that happens. But I meant, who's the next guy who dies? The foreman.
Yeah.
I can't think of his name.
Oh, Eric.
Well, it's supposed to be the
I gotcha. Hold on.
Did anybody pick up on that? What I said?
Eric Foreman.
Thank you.
That 70s show.
Thanks.
So funny.
Yeah, there, that guy gets hooked.
Yeah, but that's not the because that's Randy.
Oh, Randy.
I'm talking
Nathan.
about what Nathan is the other. Yes, so Nathan is gonna have his conversation with Randy. Nathan is like looking around
It's
and
Roy,
he's
by
like,
the
"Oh
way.
shit, there's Final Destination things happening around me,"
Yeah.
and he's going to accidentally
Push him.
push him, and he takes a fucking hook through the jaw.
Roy's a union guy.
Oh, it's Roy, not Randy.
Yeah, it's been Roy. He's a union guy. You're going to find some additional details about Roy, but Roy is fucking dead, which now means that because Nathan killed Roy, Nathan takes Roy's life, technically.
He's all good now.
He's good.
He's Gucci.
Mm-hmm.
He's safe.
And David Koechner's character is going to hear about all this kerfuffle that's going on down in the manufacturing area. He's going to go down to check it out. Everyone, of course, is just down there now. Like all of our main characters, because they're always everywhere.
Yep.
And they're like, who's next? And they're like, just a fucking wrench gets thrown into his face, and he's like, him.
Yep.
How does that wrench go flying like that?
Oh, it hits a conveyor belt.
Oh.
See that conveyor belt? It's gone now, but it was there. So he's dead.
Okay, hold on.
As some would say, dead as dicks.
Dead as Dicks. Title of my 42nd book.
It's a good one.
Dead as Dicks.
I like it. I would read that one.
I'm going to get real intricate here. Okay. You're in this movie, this scenario. You realize you could skip death by taking a life. Would you? And if you decide, yes, I would, who would you kill?
I don't know who I would kill, but...
And how would you kill them?
I don't know. That's a tough question. I'd probably
My guess is it would just be some like random girl in the street.
Yeah. You're used to that. That's like
because like you do that on the reg anyway.
Yeah.
So what's another notch in your belt?
Okay. That's just sick. You're being sick.
Also, Shane likes boys.
Anyway. Let's have a romantic dinner in a diner.
That's cute.
Our main couple.
I thought you were like asking if I wanted to.
Fuck no.
Don't you love how they're trying to avoid all this Final Destination bullshit so they light up every candle in the fucking city?
Do you like the French chef that's in this guy's restaurant?
Yes.
That's supposed to be like he's like your typical like asshole chef.
Yeah, but he's a nice guy to his cook. He's like, your soup was good. The customer is an asshole. That was my French accent.
I got that.
How'd you like it? 1 to 10.
Like half alley larder.
Ratatouille.
7 to me. I thought it was pretty solid. Yeah, it's all right.
See, here's what I'm gonna. You're drunk, and you're not like thinking or seeing or hearing clearly.
Correct. Very correct.
So like sober up, hear that again, and like you'll give it like a 0.2 alley larder.
Yeah, I'll have to listen to it on the rewatch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway, their dinner's gonna get interrupted by Peter, who's like, he's like, I know. Can I do it? Can I take a life? I was looking around the streets and I saw this woman. I was going to push her into a bus. I decided not to because I realized, why did she deserve to die? I should take the life of someone who does deserve to die. And that be you. Why do you get to live and Candace doesn't? I'm going to start blasting.
Yeah, so he wants to kill Molly, but the thing is, Molly was never in the equation because she was already saved. He took her out.
Does he? I forget. Does he really like talk like a supervillain in this scene?
He does.
He does.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
This
He
scene
like
is-
whispers this entire fucking monologue.
This whole scene, honestly, Peter is just like he's odd.
Yes, that's the thing. He's good up until the scene where he literally just starts fucking mumble rapping his lines.
Yeah.
Travis Scott style.
Yeah, it's really bad. They have their fight in the kitchen.
Yeah, he kind of fucks him up.
He does until the detective shows up, which Peter kills the detective, and he has the detective's lives. But then he's like, I still want to kill Molly anyway.
Yeah, that's the thing. He wants to kill her.
Can I just point something out?
Of course.
Do it.
That bullet would have totally went through him right into her.
Oh, probably. They were all very close
They
to each
literally
other.
were right, like she was right in back of him.
Well, you know what it is? He's just such a muscular cop. It didn't get through all the muscle.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's the sign.
That's the
I'm myth bustering
That's the
this.
Final Destination logic.
But yeah, so he has her lives, could easily walk out of this situation. Granted, he just killed a police officer. It can be kind of tough. But he goes to kill Molly anyway.
He doesn't like how his boy saved her over everybody else. That's the
Do you
thing.
blame him though?
A little bit.
I
It's a
mean,
premonition.
he's a little weird.
Yeah. It's also a premonition.
I didn't like her though, so I was for it.
She sucks. But anyway, he's going to get like killed by one of those like gyro, what are they? Heroes?
I think they're
Like,
gyros.
skewers?
Gyro?
Skewers.
Oh my god.
Matt, look up the correct pronunciation of gyro skurs. Or whatever.
I think I definitely stroked out. You may have stroked out.
Is it gyro?
It's I think it's most people call it gyro, but it's technically pronounced gyro, I believe.
You ever had a good gyro?
Yeah, of course.
When's the last time you had a fucking calzone, dude? Don't
Wild.
you just fucking miss calzones?
I do.
sometimes?
Actually, if you go to any pizzeria, you can order
You could get a
gyro.
calzone.
Yeah, of course you can.
It's not like a big menu item though.
It's
anymore.
not, but
I feel like it should be front and center of most menus.
calzones are literally just bread and massive amounts of cheese.
I mean that is true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't Pizza Hut used to have like a fucking meat zone?
The pizzone.
The
Their
pizzone.
crust was a calzone.
That's fucking sick.
Yeah,
That's
Pizza Hut
should
is
be
nutty.
That should be illegal.
I love Pizza Hut.
Hey, Mike,
Yeah.
you are correct.
It's Gyro?
Gyro, yeah.
Yeto?
Gyro.
Dun, 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 dun.
He's got a backwards snapback right now.
Shane, the backwards hat. That's new.
That's fucking hot.
I like it.
That's
Thank
your
you.
alter ego.
Yeah.
Is this Lil Lamp?
Yeah.
Can you spit a quick couple bars for me?
No.
I think this
We'll
is
get through the rest of this movie.
This is probably my favorite part of the movie, though, where she's like, "You have Block's life now, please." He's like, "I'm sorry, Molly."
And this is where he takes the skewer.
You just witnessed the murder of a federal agent. He just becomes like all of a sudden like this fucking
supervillain.
super killer.
Yeah. He gets stabbed in the back with the skewer. He is dead.
And they partially explain the story too.
Yes.
In the process, which I fucking hate. You know how I hate that.
They do kind of recap the entire thing here. So once he's dead, though, they are now feel like they're safe and that they could get on a plane literally just 2 weeks later to Paris, which I probably would have canceled that trip and waited a little longer.
Because of the premonition.
Well, no, just because. Well, yeah, because like, all right, yeah, we just cheated death, but like, is it definitely not coming back for us? The last thing I want to do is go in a tin can in the sky.
I know. Yeah.
Honestly, if I'm cheating death, I'm doing everything. I'm traveling the globe.
You're dead. You're dead.
So it's interesting how like in the original Final Destination, the song to signify death would be something from like John Denver.
Yes.
And this movie is something from Kansas.
Dust in the wind. All we are is dust in the wind. You like that? Did you like that?
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Ooh.
So they get on the plane. You find out it's the year 2000. You find out the plane is Flight 181. You see Devin Sawa and fake Carton or whatever his name was, Carter. They fight. They get taken off. He's like, this seems bad. What's going on here?
Which one was Sean William Scott?
He's Billy
Billy.
Loomis. And the plane explodes. His girlfriend gets sucked out of the plane and cut in half by the tail. Mm-hmm. And he explodes in a fiery death.
And then
They show every single kill in every Final Destination movie in the end credits.
So here's my question. The first movie, they researched newspaper clippings of things that have happened before.
Yes.
Have they referenced anything that happened in this movie?
No.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
literally
Like,
makes no
the connectivity is actually like, although it was a good ending, the connectivity is poor. They also don't bring back any guest stars in the ending.
Yeah.
So it does add like a little bit of like it doesn't fully
It's a forced
wrap it up.
prequel because it
Doesn't
doesn't
that-
technically connect to any of
Doesn't
the other.
yeah, it doesn't add the full clarity that you're looking for as a fan.
imagine like while writing, like going into this, the writers didn't know it was going to be a prequel. They just didn't have an ending.
And they're like, you
They're
know,
like,
let's
you
make it a
know what
prequel.
would be sick? A fucking prequel. Oh, and then the guy gets crushed from a plane part, right?
Oh, good mention. Nathan, yes, because we find out Roy had only a couple of days left to live because he had a brain aneurysm. So the jet engine from Flight 180 falls through a bar, crushing Nathan.
That is
like-
so fucking dumb.
I'm
It
also-
actually makes me angry.
I'm like really confused about that too, because the timeline of it, I don't understand. Like, why wouldn't that happen earlier? Why does it happen after everything?
Yeah, true, because that was like 2 weeks later.
Yeah, wouldn't it happen like earlier in the time?
Yeah,
frame?
but then the plane engine wouldn't have fell on him.
yeah,
Yeah.
it fucking makes no sense.
But because Roy was terminally ill, that means
Because Roy would have died within that time frame, so the life that Nathan got was only a few weeks.
It was predicated on
Yeah.
the plane.
okay.
That's
See,
the logic.
yes.
The plane dropped.
Plain logic, yes.
Plain law. We know all about it here.
So that's Final Destination 5. That's the opening to sequel September, and this is the last Final Destination we'll ever have to review until the new one comes out. Because I heard they're making a sixth one in production.
Yeah, I also have another issue.
What is it?
So at the end of the movie, when he, meaning Sam, who's the main character,
Mm-hmm.
kills Peter, he's mentioning that he like takes Block's life. Like that's the lock that.
Yeah, the logic makes no sense.
Like, wouldn't it be Peter's life? Like, I'm very
Yes.
confused.
So his logic is since Peter killed Block, Peter's lifespan was now Block's lifespan. But he automatically assumed that means he got Block's life. When
Yeah.
really, realistically, you should have just assumed you got Peter's life.
That's how I interpret it, because Peter already got blocks. Like, it's very definitive.
Yes.
So, like, I was very confused about that.
Yeah, it actually was. His logic was not sound.
So when you cheat death, say the way you get away from death is by killing a child. Mm-hmm. You get to live as long as that child would have lived.
Yes.
You steal his lives, yeah.
They lived 95 years. You live 95 more years?
Yes.
Okay.
It's the logic.
I hate this movie.
Well, I'm going to give this movie a 6 out of 10.
Okay. And you're strong about that, and you feel like that's a good score.
I think that's a good score. Like I said, like it is still like at the end of the day, I didn't hate watching it. I actually thought some of it was entertaining. It's just really stupid. And I think that's going to be an ongoing trend for this sequel September, where it's like the movie's really stupid, but I enjoyed it for whatever reason. Yeah, I don't know. Like, the kills are over the top, and probably some of the weaker ones, maybe in the series, comparatively speaking. And yeah, maybe the acting is like pretty bad overall. And yeah, maybe the plot's nonsensical. And
Are
it's,
you
like,
sure
really
you still want to give this a 6?
Is
Is there anything redeemable?
You just talked yourself down.
as I was saying it,
Is it maybe just because you enjoyed the film?
I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
I think like, oh God, what am I gonna do next week?
Next week is going to be rough.
Yeah. I don't know why I like this. I like it.
Yeah, okay.
I enjoyed watching it, but I sound like a fucking idiot after my explanation. Don't get me wrong. I understand how this sounds, but fuck it. I'm giving it a 6 out of 10. You could go, Mike.
That's insane. Your whole like spiel there probably brought my rating down even more. You made it all make sense how terrible this movie truly is. Yeah, I had it at like a 4. It might be a 2 now.
Oh, that's insane. That's fucking insane.
Like, you know me.
That's insane.
You know me. I like a shitty movie. Like I do. I like bad movies.
I love
a
this
lot.
podcast.
But yeah, I don't even think this movie's that enjoyable.
Okay, that's fair. But to say a 2, do you know what a 2 is? We're talking like Truth or Dare, Slenderman, like
Truth or Dare. You just said it's a 2,
it's down there.
except multiply by 4. Anyway, yeah. So FD is all about the deaths, right?
Yeah.
This movie should be all about. I didn't like the deaths in this movie. Like the fucking gymnastics one is so god awful.
Do you think they mailed it home on the deaths after like the first movie? Like, I feel like the third movie's got some pretty good ones.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say. I like some in the third.
And the second one, the opening log kill, is pretty good.
Incredible.
No, the second movie, although it's a shit show, it's got some good kills.
It does.
But I feel like after the third movie, they really mailed it.
The issue is the fourth one is so fucking bad.
The fourth one's atrocious.
Yeah.
I agree
like
with you.
the third one, like with the tanning bed.
Yeah.
Yes.
I agree. And the weightlifting, it's a little crazy, but I do enjoy
entertaining.
it.
I also love the fucking nail gun to the girl's head.
Yes.
Right.
Like I said, the third one's the second best of the series.
I agree.
What movie that dude gets the fucking emergency ladder through the eye?
That's the second one. That's
That
also
was-
a good kill.
that's
It's
a
a really
good
good kill.
kill.
Also, they play Incubus during that scene.
The second
That's
movie's got
awesome.
good kills. However, the movie's a fucking mess.
Because the acting in
The
that
acting
movie
is
is
garbage,
atrocious.
yeah.
Speaking of, that's another point of this movie. I couldn't get past the acting.
It's horrible.
I couldn't.
And the problem is the acting's bad from the leads. When it's
Yeah.
bad from the leads.
The main two, the split couple, and then they get back.
Which is
together.
crazy is that's been the issue with the series for the last two movies. Because the fourth movie, one of our biggest problems
Yes.
is the two leads are terrible.
The kills in the fourth movie and the acting is just heinous. I don't know how else to describe it. It's
Heinous.
fucking evil.
All right, so you're giving this a 2?
Realistically, no. It's like a low 4.
Okay. Only 2 points lower than me.
Yeah, I mean, I also have it as a 4.
Oof, okay.
Yeah.
Bordering on 3 for
So,
me.
like,
Okay.
Honestly,
I struggled to review because, like, I kind of did like the fact that they sprung the ending. I just think they needed to connect it better.
Okay.
You know, like, I think I would love to see some of, like, the old cast come back to really make it come through. But the fact that they tried to, like, rush through that, it didn't like really resonate. The kills are for me like I feel like Final Destination kills as we spoke kind of went downhill after the third movie. It just became like they really like zone in on really random shit that impacts other random shit, and it's just like really,
dude,
it's just too much to get to a kill.
Yeah.
This
Like,
movie
the
had
lead
a
up.
fucking Buddha statue death.
Yeah, like
What is that, dude?
That's
What?
a 6.
you start with a massage bed with needles and end up with
Buddha
a
statue?
Buddha statue killing you.
Not to mention a fucking fire out of nowhere.
Right.
It's so starts, dude. There's like no lead up.
So goddamn random. Actually, it's not random because doesn't he make a comment to the statue when he
Yeah.
walks in?
He's like, this thing is gonna kill me
that's
one
like,
day.
This should have been Final Destination: Revenge of the Buddha, which is also the title of my 32nd book.
I didn't. I mean, like for your point, Shane, I absolutely did enjoy the movie. It wasn't like a hard sit.
No.
It's just like the acting sucked. The kills were not
Yeah.
great, but you know, it is what it is. It's definitely better than the last
That's
movie.
what I think it is too. Like I thoroughly hate it watching the fourth one.
The fourth one was there's nothing redeemable
and
about
I
it.
don't know. Like I said, it's literally like
This movie,
it's better than the fourth,
it definitely.
and the second one's really bad too.
It is. What you can say about this movie is like it attempted to have like a really good like bridge the gap into the beginning of the series,
Yes.
which I did like. It's just like you have all that, and then like you have that like, but also we now add this lore of like you can kill someone to
Yeah.
remove it, which is never mentioned.
That is stupid. Yes.
Real dumb.
But yeah,
I like 3 a lot though. I felt like 3 was strong.
Three's a really good movie.
yeah, fun watch, but like it is what it is. Like it's a 4 for me. I am looking forward to the 6th one. I really hope they just stop after that.
Me too. They shouldn't even do a 6, but it's been literally
They should have
13
stopped at the
years.
first one, to be honest.
You're not wrong. It's been 13 years though. You know, I don't mind it. I mean, I'll give Wrong Turn this. Wrong Turn took years off and then came back with like kind of like that remake Wrong Turn. I thought that movie was
Yeah,
great.
that's true.
So who knows?
Would you say, Bri? 3?
I went 4.
4, and I
2
yeah, I
fours
got
and a 6.
yeah,
All right.
light 4.
So let's do a low necro talk first. This movie has no shortage of kills, but it has a shortage of good ones. I, though, will overall go with... Now, we established, right, premonition kills don't count because
No.
they're not the actual kills.
Correct.
So I'm actually going with, because it was quick, and I felt like actually the only realistic kill is the wrench in the head.
David,
Yeah.
how do you ever say his last name? Damn, I don't know. I don't even know what the hell I'm gonna pick here.
I definitely don't want to go. Well, I mean, like, I think at this point, I'm going to go with the most ridiculous one.
Okay.
And it's going to be gymnastics. Because that shit is so fucking
It was
crazy.
so fucking goofy, dude.
I don't know what else to go on.
can't
They're
go
all
on.
insane.
I kind of...
I don't know. Maybe LASIK girl.
Because it's not even the LASIK that kills her. It's the fact that she
It's
falls.
the bear eye and her plummeting, jumping out of the
Falls
window.
out of a window. God, this movie's fucking goofy.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go gymnastics kill.
Here we go, baby.
Okay, unanimous gymnastics.
In the spirit of the recent Olympics, I just
Let's do it in the spirit of the Olympics.
USA.
Even though it's actually 2 months after the fact. That's how early we record these. Candace, you were a step away from the Olympics. You have been training for this your whole life. Some call you the Michael Phelps of female gymnastics.
You with the Simone Biles.
That's a good point. That was a very sexist comment of me to go for the male.
Yeah, he hates women.
Yeah, this is sick. All right, we're going to pretend I didn't say any of that. This movie sucks. And it has me on tangents I didn't even think I would be on.
This movie sucks, but I gave it a 6.
Yeah, you know what, Candace? Welcome to the Necronomicon. You don't even deserve it, you little G. I'm embarrassed now. I'm getting out of here. I'm opting out. Matt, end the music. End the cut it. Fucking cut it.
He's like 6 the score of like, this movie sucks, but like, I really enjoyed the movie. Like, is that the score we're going with?
Hey,
Is that like what you go about like girls? Like you're like, oh, that girl's a 6. I'm gonna fucking kill her.
no. But if you think my score to review is weird this week, wait until next week when we review Return to House on Haunted Hill.
I think
Do
I'm-
you want to get fucking confused?
I think I'm going to bring a really sharp weapon to next week's episode.
Or a weapon, or we can keep drinking.
Yeah.
Either way, we'll probably die.
I'll be honest with you, my head is actually throbbing from the amount of alcohol I drank.
That makes sense. So with that said, we are the Final Podcast signing off, and we will see you next week where we discuss how did the statue of Baphomet not actually connect at all to the first movie and why that is a weird plot device for a sequel.
Can we also talk about the fact that why it never connected to the second movie?
None of it connects. There's no connection. I love the movie.
Also, if you're going to watch a movie that was intended for 3D, don't watch it not in 3D.
Yeah, buy some 3D glasses, you poors.
Yeah,
fucking
stop being
bored.
poor. Be rich, get a White House.
Yeah, like you're next.
I'm not-
Ryan, hit us off.
I'm really excited for next week. www.thefinalpodcast.com. You know where to find all the content. Also, please subscribe to YouTube. We're getting crazy. We got fucking horror content. We got fucking fetal content. We got everything on YouTube. Also, if you haven't already, please 5-star on Apple Podcasts, 5 stars on Spotify. Don't have a Patreon yet, but we are talking about it. The chatter's here.
Maybe.
And we'll see you next week.